Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Mr. Playbabe, and if you don't know what I do, I make Call of Duty commentary videos, and I put them on my channel, which hopefully you're on right now, and if not, then you should subscribe. So this gameplay here today is a search and destroy commentary on the map Meltdown. This is round number 1, and I'm actually playing with a couple of my pretty good friends that I actually know IRL, so we're not randoms, and I'm using the sniper, and I also have on overkill with a AN94, I do believe, and I got that trophy system because when you're playing League, you don't want those stuns coming in on you, as you can see there, and I get points for it towards my kill streaks. So guys, what I wanted to talk to you about in this commentary today was the next-gen consoles that were released yesterday and publicly viewed, the PS4 and things like that. It's basically, this is about E3, that's what I wanted to talk about. So what I have for you guys on this commentary is the fact of the matter that if you guys have watched the gameplay trailers that were released, what is your personal favorite? Honestly, compared to all of them, for me, as soon as that Titanfall gameplay started up and it started getting into it, I honestly couldn't control myself. I literally, within the first minute of that trailer, wanted to throw my money at it and slap down however much money it is for an Xbox One, and to reserve my copy of that game. Now, that game doesn't come out until spring of 2014, actually. For those of you who do not know, but like based upon this gameplay, I honestly think it could surpass all other games made. Of course, Call of Duty and Halo are the spearheads in the gaming world, as they always have been for the past numerous amount of years. But the idea of this game being made by ex-Infinity Ward owners or or executives or producers or something like that, and based upon the gameplay, it looks really insanely awesome, especially the part how you have a jetpack and you're like a mercenary commando and you can parkour from like wall to wall. But not just that, also the idea of like being able to get in those mech units or the big mech warriors, and also being able to go around to one of those. And I like the idea, I like the idea of it not being, when you get inside of it, it's not actually like a third-person view, like over the shoulder, to see your whole mech warrior and you walk around. It's literally like, that was a really bad grenade, but it's literally like a first-person mech assault game, because as soon as you get in that assault thing, like the screen's just, the way they set it up as you look when you're inside one of those titans, I guess they're called, not mech warriors, I don't know why I was calling that. Anyways, when you're inside one of these titans, the way it just looks so clean, and it doesn't look like it's really like bad compared to other things. Like when you think mech warrior and you get inside of vehicles in other games, it's like usually third person over the shoulder kind of deal. Like you're not in the passenger seat unless it has a camera view for that. You're outside of the vehicle watching it, moving it, and manipulating it every way you want. But this game, like, it just blends together the idea of like the first person with a playable kind of machine, which is awesome. Like the screen that I might throw something in here so you guys can see it at the end of the video, but like the screen, it just works so perfectly for being a first shooter, like mech assault kind of game. It's fucking, it's pretty insane. To me, that game's gonna took the cake for it, and I literally just want it as soon as possible. I'll definitely be getting an Xbox One the day it comes out. I'm actually gonna get the day one edition, so I'll get that Xbox One grind on for you guys, and I'll be uploading lots of sweet content. Titanfall probably next year, but mostly COD Ghost and that kind of stuff. So there's also been a lot of other games released, as you can't tell, and I just wanted to talk about Titanfall because that's one that stood out the most to me, especially being like the gameplay trailer and things like that. But don't get me wrong, there's other games that also have stood out to me, especially more or less the new Halo trailer, that Halo's coming 2014 or whatever like that. That trailer was so confusing at first. I had no idea what it was. There's just a guy in like a big cloak walking through a desert, and there's a desert storm going on. But then it turns out that, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm so tired, but it turns out that like out of the ground comes this huge, like, monstrous, that guy gets shit on, this guy should have died, gay, I'm gonna die. Anyways, this huge monstrous, like, I can't remember what they're called, Guardians, I think, maybe something like these huge. Anyways, it's like a big transformer that just like comes out of the ground, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like pull down the hood and it's Master Chief. Like, what the hell is this? I was so confused. I was like, is this really happening? Like, are they Halo 4 was supposed to be the last Halo, and before that Halo 3 was supposed to be the last Halo, and then they had Halo ODST, and like, what is going on? And like, that trailer was sweet. Or maybe it's a Promethean. I don't know. It's something like that. I can't really remember the details from Halo 4, considering one of my buddies has it. I could probably go check if I really wanted to, but I'm kind of too lazy to do that. But it was a cool trailer. Next up is the new Metal Gear Solid. So Snake is back, as most of you do probably know. And that game honestly looks fucking insane. It's it's not just like I'm so happy games are becoming like linear. Linear means like a linear story, so the game would travel along like a set path. But the idea they're getting to now in games is more or less like open world, so everything's changing. You can do anything you want, so there's not like a set like objective, or there's always a set objective, I guess, to progress in the game, but there's not like a set path you have to take to make it to that objective, if that makes sense. I think it does. It's more so as like when you're Snake, you can manipulate and go around in stealth modes any way you want. Like, there's endless possibilities now. There's not just like you have to climb this and you have to crawl along this to get past this way. You could do it like 6 other ways, or maybe not even go that way at all, to get to that final objective. Another game that really stood out with me was those, what I can't remember what they're called, but there's one and you're like you're a guy in like the Roman Empire, so you're fighting with like swords and shit. So it's basically like the movie 300, but you actually playable. And like, I was watching the multiplayer trailer, or the demo for it, and there's a guy in it, and like he was killing people, and he literally had like sweat coming down his face. It was pretty intense. And like the gameplay was just moved so smooth, and it was pretty ridiculous. Like, there's a lot of good content coming out for the Xbox One, as I can see from E3 yesterday. Even like Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, or Pirate Flag, whatever it's called. I never really cared much for Assassin's Creed, but after watching the actual live gameplay demo on actually the PS4, which I must throw in here, that the PS4 actually froze and crashed about like 4 times during this gameplay demo of the Assassin's Creed Pirate or Black Flag or whatever it is. Assassin's Creed 5, let's keep it at that, or 4. I don't really know. Don't play that game too much. But yeah, the demo, that was the part of the demo that we did get to see, based upon what was seen by the people watching E3 and watching Twitch TV E3. It looks like a very, very, very good game. There's also certain things in that game, like the graphics and just the whole playable role of the assassin has been revolutionized, and it's actually pretty amazing to look into that game and see what we can actually do now. And I'm just really looking forward to the new and up and coming games that are going to be coming out, because as you know, like, they're getting better now. We've seen things for these games coming out, but think about like a couple years down the road, what kind of games. A couple years down the road, there's only one. A couple years down the road, like the games and the way. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The way that we play games is actually going to be, I feel, revolutionized, especially in the way that, like, the games that I seen yesterday, they were just so crazy. And like, even like the new Soul Calibur, I barely play that game. I remember playing that game way back when on like the PS1, and that game looks fucking crazy now. It looks so good. It's actually like insane. There's just like a lot of things that I'm looking forward to with this Xbox One and the PS4 coming out even. Especially Titanfall and things like that. But like, there's lots of other games too. Don't get me wrong. There's most likely lots more games coming out. Those were just more like the spearheads that I've seen that got released, like the games that really stood out to me. But there's also a lot of arcade / mini games coming out that look fucking insane that I have seen. One of them that I've seen, I can't remember the exact name, but it was on Xbox One, and it was honestly like amazing. The graphics quality, just for even the arcade games that are coming out for the Xbox One, are like the highest like quality they could possibly be, and the playability and like the way that you play through it and progress. It's like a side scroller. It's called what's lying beneath or below, or underneath or something like that, and it actually looks so good, so cinematic and cartoony and so well made. Like even just on the screen, the way that the colors blended, and even like the shadows that were presented in the little gameplay playthrough were fucking crazy. And I'm just like, all these games that are being developed and coming out and being released, and the gameplay trailers and blah blah blah, like it's intense stuff, because it makes me just look forward towards the future and what it has to come, honestly. You know, there's always going to be the Call of Duty and the Halo and things like that, but what I'm looking forward to is like the new Splinter Cell and Titanfall, especially Titanfall, and like the couple other games that look really, really nice and really, really fun and have really good action in it from what I've seen. And I feel like that due to all of this, due to all the things that I've seen from the E3 videos, that, you know what, these games are getting intense and everything's getting upped and they're looking for bigger and better. And it kind of gives me the idea that when I'm just graduating high school here next week, actually, but I would be talking about that, posted videos on that already. I'm actually graduating next week. I just thought I'd talk about graduation last week. But like going in the future, knowing that I'm going into computer programming next year, mostly pertaining to business applications, but after that, like, I'm feeling that I might actually get into the game scene after those 2 years. So I'm taking 2 years business analyst, computer programming, and then after that I'm most likely going to go into the software design, video game design shift in that kind of same area, but just shifting over into like a because there's so many outlets I can do. I'm just getting so sidetracked, don't even want to indulge into that. But thinking just about the capabilities that the games we're going to be having and things that are going to be possible, it makes me so excited to be able to like get out there into the workforce. And maybe, you know what, maybe I'll land a job when I can get on one of these, even just an indie developer. Like, that would be sweet. I would love that. Doesn't have to be like a big $1 million franchise that you have to work on. Like, if I'm working on something and it's actually getting played by people and it looks cool and it appeals to me, then why wouldn't I want to do that? Obviously I'm going to do that. And like all the games, E3 was surprising. It was amazing for me. Like, I've seen E3 since they started, like since I was like, I don't know, what was it, 3 years ago? Maybe, actually not since it started, but 3 years ago, E3. Seen it even then too. Like, everything that's getting released now is just so advanced and awesome. It's just mind-blowing, you know, to think about how far video games have come and the industry has come and what it is now. And like watching that E3 and seeing all the awesome fucking games I'm gonna be playing, like, I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to do school and balance school and my YouTube, and I'm gonna have lots of homework because it's a tech school, and you know, trying to play all these games. That's why, since there's so many good games coming out, I think when I do get the Xbox One, my channel will make the transition from a solely one game based game, which I don't, you know what, I think some of the reason why I'm not getting a lot of views is because of the content, because it is Call of Duty content. It is good content. It's a League play. I'm good at League. I'm good at competitive. It's great content, but it's only I'm branding my content to one select group, which would be Call of Duty players and people that like Call of Duty videos. So I think bringing in these new games, especially getting them like pre-ordered on release dates, especially even having the Xbox One, hopefully that will help boost my channel and the way everything's working, and hopefully get some more views in here and more subscribers here and there. You know, just make better content and a lot more content for the people that do watch. And yeah. So that's basically all I want to talk about, guys. I know it's honestly like there's 40 seconds left in this video, but let's put it this way. We just came from a 4-1 deficit up to a 5-5. This is the last round. It goes to 6. It's going to go down here to a 2v2 and then a 1v2, me being the last alive against 2 members of the enemy team. And I clutch it out, so I'm going to turn up the game audio right here, and you guys can have that little listen in.
my god.
One turbine.
You are all that remains. You must succeed.
One planting.
Bomb is armed.
Yes!
RCXD
Fucking
ready
the
for
clutch,
deployment.
bud.
And as you can see from me teabagging lots and letting this guy gobble my nuts and cutting his throat, I was pretty fucking excited, and so were my teammates. The guys on the other team are really low league play ranks. Like, I think 2 of them are rank 3, and we came back, and I went 14-6, and I got this 2-piece kill cam in the end. So guys, my name is Mr. Playbabe. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. You guys know where to find me on my channel. All hail Mr. Playbabe and the Great White North. Stay frosty, my friends. Subscribe for more great videos. Till next time, peace.